when the US military secretly tested a hypersonic weapon rumored to outpace the SR-72 Dark Star, the defense world collectively dropped its coffee mugs. This wasn't just fast, it was blisteringly fast. We're talking whispers of Mach 10 speeds, double what most stealth jets can dream of. This ultra-classified test wasn't leaked through gossip or shaky cell phone footage either. It was the kind of operation that made rival nations nervous and military analysts upgrade their vocabulary to "oh no." Why? Because this technology doesn't just fly, it could rewrite the rules of modern warfare. Faster than a sci-fi plot twist. The SR-72 was already shaping up to be the crown jewel of next-gen aviation, a sleek, stealth-infused speed demon designed to leave even the iconic SR-71 Blackbird in the vapor trail. And let's not forget, the SR-71 was no slouch. It tore across the sky at Mach 3.3, outrunning enemy missiles like it was late for a date. But now, the latest whispers from inside the aerospace world hint at a new beast that could scream past Mach 10. That's not just fast, it's leave New York, grab sushi in Tokyo, and be back before Netflix buffers kind of fast. We're talking blink, and you'll miss it velocity, the kind that practically folds time and space. At those speeds, airplanes are not just transport, they're intercontinental teleporters in disguise. This is not just an upgrade. It's a full-on reboot of what flight can be. Forget boarding passes. Just bring a cape and maybe a fireproof passport. Built on Cold War dreams and hot rocket engines. Before hypersonic flight was the hot topic of modern defense think tanks, it was the fever dream of Cold War engineers with slide rules and a need for speed. Back in the late 1950s and 60s, the US and Soviet Union were not just building nukes, they were also launching experimental rocket planes like the North American X-15. This bad boy hit Mach 6.7 and still holds the record for the fastest crewed aircraft ever. It was essentially a missile with a cockpit, launched from under the wing of a B-52 bomber. But as cool as it looked burning through the atmosphere, it wasn't built for long hauls. With a rocket engine that drained fuel like a college kid drains energy drinks during finals, it could only stay airborne for a few minutes. Great for breaking records, terrible for cross-country flights. Scramjets, the speed demons of the sky. Rockets were a great start, but modern hypersonic travel has a new hero, the scramjet. Short for supersonic combustion ramjet, this engine doesn't carry its own oxygen like rockets do. Instead, it inhales the atmosphere at hypersonic speeds and uses that to burn fuel, sort of like a skyborne dragon that snacks on air. Where turbojets max out around Mach 2 and ramjets tap out near Mach 4, scramjets take things to ludicrous speed, Mach 5 and beyond. They are lean, mean, and designed for extreme velocity, like the Olympic sprinters of propulsion tech. Scramjets don't bother with slow takeoffs, they're built to cruise where most engines tap out and start crying. It's this kind of engine that makes futuristic hypersonic travel not just possible, but efficient and downright inevitable. Hybrid engines are the real chimera. Enter the Chimera engine, named after the mythical beast with a lion's head, goat's body, and serpent's tail, which is fitting, because this engine is a fire breather in its own right. Developed by Hermes, this engineering marvel fuses a turbojet's versatility with a ramjet's hypersonic punch. It's basically the Swiss Army knife of propulsion. The turbojet handles takeoff and low-speed flight like a charm, and once it hits the fast lane, the ramjet kicks in to tear through the sky at Mach 5+ like a flying meteor. This hybrid solves the big problem with rockets, carrying your own oxygen. Unlike those fuel-chugging fire sticks, Chimera breathes atmospheric air, making it lighter, faster, and way more efficient. It's not just clever, it's the future of high-speed flight with a dragon's roar. Material science just got a glow up. If you think hypersonic flight is just about speed, think again. It's also about surviving temperatures hotter than a volcano's Instagram feed. At speeds beyond Mach 5, aircraft surfaces can sizzle at over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the kind of heat that laughs at aluminum and makes titanium reconsider its life choices. Enter carbon ceramic composites, materials that shrug off fire like it's a lukewarm breeze. These next-gen substances are already battle-tested in space shuttles and F1 race cars, and now they're gearing up for hypersonic aviation, withstanding temps of up to 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit without melting, warping, or whining. They're like the Terminator of materials, light, lethal, and built to last. Thanks to them, Hermes planes can rocket through the sky without turning into airborne toast. 3D printing the future of flight. Let's take a moment to high-five the engineers turning sci-fi into reality. Hermes didn't just throw together spare parts in a garage, they used top-tier industrial 3D printers like the Velo 3D Sapphire XC to bring their vision to life. These printers crafted the intricate guts of the Chimera engine using Inconel 718, a nickel-chromium alloy so tough it practically laughs in the face of extreme heat and pressure. This stuff handles temps from a bone-chilling -423 degrees Fahrenheit to a fiery 1,300 degrees Fahrenheit without breaking a sweat or corroding. Even better, 3D printing lets them build mind-bendingly complex shapes that traditional manufacturing could not even sketch. Think of it like Lego for aerospace, but designed by geniuses and built to withstand hypersonic hellfire. The quarter horse is the real MVP. If there were an Oscar for prototype aircraft, the quarter horse would be walking that red carpet in titanium heels. At 40 feet long and sharp enough to make a razor feel insecure, this beauty is a prototype in name only. Built mostly from ultra-strong, lightweight titanium, the quarter horse channels the soul of the SR-71 Blackbird with modern swagger. During tests at Edwards Air Force Base, the Mk-1 model flexed its muscles by hitting 50 miles per hour in a high-speed taxi run, afterburners blazing. But that's just the warm-up act. The upcoming Mk-2 and Mk-3 aren't just gunning to break the sound barrier, they're aiming to break the Blackbird's long-standing speed record. If ambition had wings, it would look like this aircraft. Autonomous supersonic flight? You bet. Hermes isn't just building a faster plane, they're creating an AI pilot with wings. The Mk-2 version is expected to reach supersonic speeds, Mach 2-ish, completely autonomously. That means no human behind the joystick, just ultra-smart onboard systems handling navigation, stability, and emergency decisions faster than you can say autopilot. It's essentially a fighter jet mixed with a self-driving Tesla, but on afterburners and with no red lights in sight. If that's not impressive enough, the Mk-3 is expected to go one better by pulling off an in-flight transition from turbojet to ramjet propulsion. That's right, mid-air. This could be the moment aviation history gets rewritten, and the SR-71's long-standing speed crown finally meets its match. From top-secret testbed to hypersonic passenger jet. All of this mind-bending speed tech is just the prologue. The real story is Halcyon, a hypersonic passenger jet in the making, scheduled for test flights by 2029. Designed to fly at Mach 5+, this beast could turn a New York to London flight into a 90-minute affair. That's shorter than some people spend finding a Netflix movie to watch. With over 125 global routes projected, Halcyon promises to revolutionize travel as we know it. Imagine sipping espresso in Rome and showing up in New York for brunch, no jet lag, no layovers, just pure sonic commuting. With tech borrowed from the quarter horse and powered by the Chimera engine, Halcyon is about to turn fasten your seatbelts into a whole new experience. If you thought Mach 5 was wild, just wait till we hit Mach 10. Want more stories that fly faster than your morning coffee kicks in? Then buckle up and subscribe for the next leap in aviation madness. Smash that like button if your jaw dropped even once during this video. And don't forget to tap the bell, because these jets wait for no one.